Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Andy Milligan. I am the founder of MMG Design in Columbus, Ohio. Today we're going to be reacting to 3 of my favorite B2B tech and SaaS websites located in Columbus, Ohio. I'm going to scroll through each of these, give you my thoughts and some practical areas of inspiration for your own websites, whether that be differentiated branding, sections, conversion elements, things that they do well, and areas that they can improve also. So without further ado, we're going to dive into the first one. This company is called MentorcliQ. It's an employee mentoring and software made easy. Some of the things I love just above the fold is they're very clear calls to action. So one of the biggest things that we emphasize on B2B sites is that you're very clear and you have multiple calls to action. One below the one in the top right, which is where the eyes go, and it's also interactive as well, which I just noticed, and also one that's below your main value prop, which is right here as well, and they do. You want to also make sure that you're very clear about where the next steps are after you click that main call to action. Not surprising. So they also have the same language for each, and I've checked both of these, and they lead to the same hover pop-up right here where you can schedule a demo right away. They do a very good job of having social proof sliders above the fold here as well. And this is just a great above the fold presentation because, believe it or not, 60% of buyers don't actually make it past the hero section of your website. And MentorcliQ does a very good job of optimizing this precious real estate very well. They also do a great job of implementing video and step-by-step walkthroughs throughout the site. One thing I really love is this testimonial section, and they just checked all the boxes with this one. They have an option to watch the full video testimonial. They have names, logos, and the main value add call out from that testimonial if people don't want to watch the video. So great section right here. It's also very branded. Yeah, great site here. Good navigation in the footer as well. Maybe breaking that up a little bit more. This looks a little bit wonky just from a organizational standpoint. So maybe having your site info here on the left and then having your navigation on the right just so it's clear. And then you probably don't need the newsletter sign up embedded in the footer here as well, maybe making a unique section for that. But yeah, other than that, MentorcliQ, great branded site. The next one we're going to be looking at is Bonzo. So Bonzo, grow your business, get your time back. This is an automated follow-up software based in Columbus, Ohio. I like this site a lot. One thing that I would change is a few of the visual components. They do a good job. They have great copy on their website. They have a great system for these main headings explaining their main value props on the homepage. So they do a good job of talking about their product in a way that appeals to their buyers' needs. Only a few things that I would point out is it looks like some of these logos are a bit out of date. So updating those is going to make your social proof a lot better. And maybe making better use of the screen real estate of these visual components so that they better tie back to this copy on the right. Some of these visual components don't really relate to the value props that they're speaking of here on the left, which is important. You want to make sure that there's correlation between what people are seeing and what they're reading. So checking back on this, like stop chasing and start closing, this graphic to me doesn't really illustrate that point. So just making sure there's some more correlation there. In terms of this social proof section, definitely not to the standards of MentorcliQ on the last one. I think adding some headshots in here as well, and also not making, to me, this wasn't very clear that this was an interactive section. Like, it didn't register to me that I had to click on the left of these tabs here to navigate. And in general, I don't love interactive tab clicking sections where it forces the user to engage just to see all of the content. If you only have 3 short testimonials like this, you can easily fit this in the 3-column grid on the homepage, and people can easily see that. So also adding some headshots here too would make it a lot more credible. Other than that, good website by Bonzo here, and I love the direction they're going with their branding and their messaging. The last one we're going to be looking at is Sonnet AI. Sonnet is an end-to-end meeting assistant company in Columbus, Ohio, and I do love their sites. Spoiler alert, of the 3 that we look at today, Sonnet is going to be the winner, but I do think there are a couple practical areas that they may be able to capitalize on. Like for instance, this above the fold section, I don't think they're really maximizing their screen real estate. The organizations and social proof via the logos are out of desktop view, just based on the browser that I'm looking at. And also, it feels like there should be some kind of element here that I'm seeing as well that supports your headline and main value prop. To me, this seems a little bit empty. A simple fix of what you could do is just center align this section and then have your calls to action be clear. But some things that they just absolutely knock out of the park. Great subtle background textures to sort of lift the element off the page. And they use scroll-based interactions very well also, so it's a great user experience for me. For me, like in a meeting assistant, I'm looking for something that integrates with my scheduler and with my existing tools, and this shows this very well. And they also hit on integrations good as well. Something that I do especially love about the site is how they slot their product into your software before you even use it. So for instance, they segment their value props from before the call, during the call, and after the call. So like even as I'm going through your features, I'm thinking, okay, how would this sink into my existing habits and routines around calls? Okay, I get my notes ready. I have this thing that can add value to those specific areas that I already use. So you do a great job of meeting buyers where they're at and really selling the vision for what your product can do to enhance their lives and solve their problem. Like I said, great scroll-based interactions as I go through here and hitting on your integrations as well in the footer, which you do a good job of not leaning on your integrations as some of your main value adds, which is a problem that we do see on B2B sites, is sometimes they use these big logos and all their integrations as one of their main value adds, when in reality, all of your competitors are integrating with tools. Integrations should not be a main feature set to your product. So focus on your existing product on the homepage with your messaging and use your integrations as an add-on. So all in all, Sonnet, great site. That's going to be the winner for this week. Thank you guys for tuning in to Columbus site reviews for the week. Let me know which one was your guys' favorite and stay tuned for the next installment.